Today we're diving into something that's been treasured for thousands of years, Indian frankincense. The real question is, in our crazy modern world, how does an ancient remedy like this even fit in? So we're going to follow the journey of this one particular formula from Jala Life, all the way from the mountains of India to the bottle in your hand, to see exactly how old school wisdom is getting a new school upgrade.
I mean, it's a really good question, isn't it? Can something that's been around forever really stand up to the demands of modern wellness? Well, to figure that out, we've got to start at the very beginning. Let's see what we find.
All right, so section 1. To really get what makes the modern version so special, we have to rewind a bit. We got to go back to the source and figure out why this sticky tree resin has been such a big deal throughout all of human history.
So at its heart, frankincense, you might also hear it called olibanum, is basically the sap or the aromatic resin from a very specific tree, the Boswellia Serrata. For literally thousands of years, people have been carefully harvesting this stuff. And trust me, it's way more than just a nice smell. This is a substance with a super deep history in culture and medicine. And its history is just wow. It was incredibly valuable in ancient civilizations. It's a cornerstone of Ayurvedic tradition for balancing the body. But its story isn't over, not by a long shot. Today, modern science is taking a close look at the exact compounds that make this stuff work. So the story for this particular frankincense kicks off way up in the mountain regions of North India. This is a place where ancient traditions for harvesting and the natural world are still working together, hand in hand. And here's why that location is so important. The raw material is harvested right where the Boswellia tree is supposed to grow. It's native there, and that's a huge deal, because when it grows in its ideal natural climate, the tree produces the best possible resin, just jam-packed with all the good stuff we're about to talk about.
You know, the process itself is just incredibly careful. This is not some giant factory operation. Jala Life actually partners with local experts who harvest the resin by hand. But here's the really cool part. They only pick from what they call the late harvest. That specific timing is everything because it's believed to give them a resin with the absolute highest level of purity and power.
Okay, so you've got this incredible top-quality raw resin. Now what? How in the world do you turn that into a powerful supplement that your body can actually use? Well, this is where modern science rolls up its sleeves. You see this number? Over 85%. Just let that sink in. That is the target. It's the concentration of the key active compounds they're aiming for in the final extract. That is a seriously high measure of potency. So what is that 85% of? We're talking about something called boswellic acids. These are the main bioactive heavy hitters inside frankincense. And modern science is totally zeroed in on them because they're believed to be the reason for the resin's main effects.
Now, to get that super high concentration without wrecking the delicate compounds, they use a really gentle, full-spectrum extraction. The idea here isn't to just pull out one single chemical. No, it's to preserve all the natural parts of the resin in the exact same balance you'd find them in nature. It's like keeping the plant's natural intelligence totally intact.
But all that power, all that careful work, it's all pointing to one main scientific goal: optimized bioavailability. I mean, think about it. A supplement is only as good as what your body can actually absorb and use, right? So this whole process, from that special late harvest all the way to this gentle extraction, is designed to make it as easy as possible for your body to put those compounds to work. But an extract this powerful rarely works alone. It's actually part of a really smart formula where every single ingredient has a job to do. So let's break that down.
The formula is a perfect example of teamwork. You've got the frankincense extract, which is the star player, bring in those potent boswellic acids. Then you have the supporting cast. Zinc comes in to provide its own set of benefits. Gum arabic is there as a natural stabilizer. They all work together to help your body absorb the frankincense better. And it's all in a super pure Swiss Alpine water base.
So all these little details, from how it's grown and harvested to how it's formulated, it all points to the last piece of the puzzle, the whole philosophy behind it. Because this is about more than just ingredients. It's about a serious commitment to quality and to doing things the right way.
And this quote from Jala Life really says it all, doesn't it? Their core idea is that real health comes from being in harmony with nature. And that simple idea pretty much guides every single choice they make, from where they get their ingredients all the way down to the bottle it comes in.
So, what does that philosophy actually mean for you, the person using it?
Well, it means you get a liquid that's super easy to dose. It means the formula is clean. We're talking vegan, gluten-free, no artificial junk, no sugar. It's all made in Switzerland under really high standards, and they're focused on being sustainable and eco-friendly every step of the way. And that commitment even goes right down to the packaging. The brown glass bottles, they're not just for looks. They actually protect all those active compounds from sunlight so they don't break down. And get this, the labels are made from eco-friendly rice flour. I mean, that's a tiny detail, but it says a whole lot about how much they care. So, we've followed the journey from an ancient, sacred resin to a modern, high-tech, sustainable extract. And it brings us right back to that question we asked at the beginning. Maybe the future of our health and wellness isn't about choosing between nature and science. Maybe it's about realizing that the most powerful solutions have always been a smart combination of both.